Let's see here. Hey, we're back. Ready to go. It's gonna be good. All right, let's see if I can get this other camera's audio working. Check 1, 2. All right. Well, I guess we'll go with this audio tonight. Let me just make sure this is not going to... All right, there we go. That'll make sure that we aren't getting that music in there. As you hop on tonight, let me know if you are seeing and hearing everything okay. All right. So we got some Kroot hanging out here on the desk. I have a whole bunch more, but I'm going to work on these 3 and get them as far as possible tonight. I have one of each of the skin tones, so you can kind of see that we have a much more vibrant green skin here. Then we have a paler green skin for this guy, and then we added a little brown in to that mix for this. And so there's various skin tones throughout the unit. So yeah, tonight we're just gonna work on these, get as many details as possible filled in, ready to go, and we'll go from there. Tonight I've got some tea in my fancy Mandalorian cup. Crack open the wet palette here. All right. Actually gonna spin this guy around. Okay. So I found out today from one of our viewers on one of the other streams, the leader of a Kroot Carnivore squad is called a long quill. Long quill. I was trying to remember that in one of the previous streams, and definitely did not remember that that's what the name was. So we're putting a little Carrick stone on here. Palette, don't need a ton of that. This is going to be a highlight color for some of the lighter fabrics. All right. It's a little Gorthor brown. Well, thin that down. Again, that's for darker leather tones. We'll get the contrasts here when we get to that. And then we'll also get to the metallics when we get to that as well. So, also got some Rakarth flesh here. As you're joining, let me know where you're coming from and what you're working on right now. I'd love to get to know you answer any painting or hobby questions that you might have. Okay. A little of this Vallejo 950 black. Okay, that should do for now. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna take some of this rack our flesh, put that up here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this black, put that up here. Get a nice gray tone. Want a little more rack art flesh than that. Let's really lighten that up. And this is going to be our quill highlight color. We're going to get our brush here, and it's not going to pick it up. There we go. So let's get our brush, get some of that paint on there, and then just gonna create some texture. In the original artwork and stuff, the Kroot kind of have these like ringed quills, and so just kind of creating some texture on there. With this, it's going to highlight the quills, but then it's also going to kind of give off that ringed quill look to it. Pretty cool. And then I'll just take that same color, and we're just gonna get these guys as well. I'll do a bit more of a traditional highlight on those because they're so small. It's not really worth doing the texture on those. Welcome if you're joining us on the live tonight. Would love to know where in the world you're coming from and what you're working on tonight. Let me know in the chat. Love to get to know you. Okay, so that's the quills on one done. I might come back in and do an even brighter highlight on different sections. There we go. Thank you, autofocus. Just stippling on some highlights on these quills. Getting those to stand out a bit. We'll get these here. Not everybody likes the, hey, shout out from Philly, nice. welcome. I moved down to Ocala, Florida from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, which was about an hour south of Harrisburg, in 2021. So lived up in the Lancaster area for a little while, and then moved down to Waynesboro. I was up in Pennsylvania for about, I guess it was about 6-7 years. So welcome to the chat. Glad you could make it. I think we were talking in the comments on one of the other videos earlier, so I'm glad you could be here tonight. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you found it. I'm trying to do these like little ringed style stippling on the Kroot quills. The OG Kroot artwork has them kind of having these like sectioned ringed quills. I really like the look of that, so I'm seeing if stippling kind of gives that effect. Different color rings on mine. Kind of look like porcupine quills, yeah. Yeah. Do they kind of like change color as they go through, like out towards the end? I remember some artwork back in the day that kind of had them doing that. They kind of got lighter as they went towards the back. Yeah, darker close to that. Yep. That's awesome. Kroot for life. It's the way to go. Definitely the coolest Tau auxiliaries in my opinion. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna see if pulling this light down a little further helps that focus at all. There we go. Oh yeah, did they get nerfed? I heard people were taking a ton of them. Like just a lot of bodies. Hey Closed, welcome back. It's good to see you in the chat again. Oh, okay, so you can only bring an entire unit back once per game. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's might be good for the game, but it's not as fun as bringing a bunch of Kroot back all the time. Yeah, that you guys are right. It does seem to be the Games Workshop way. Bring out cool new minis, make them amazing, sell a bunch, nerf them as soon as sales drop. are correct. Okay, so I'm gonna put actually another layer of this. This is Steel Legion Drab. Put a little bit of that. Palette here. Thin it out a little too much. Unless it's the flagship, yeah. I mean, even Space Marines haven't always been the best. I remember when I kind of got back into playing again in 9th edition, they were struggling pretty hard in a lot of cases. So. Some leather to paint on that guy. Paint this color here. So I know you guys weren't on at the very beginning of the stream here, but I'm trying to get these 3 pretty much done through to the end in this stream, so that way I'll have a good idea of what the rest of the unit is gonna look like. So we'll see if I can actually accomplish that, but that's my goal. Yeah, 4th edition. That's when I got started actually. Had some Space Marines, and that's when I first started Tau as well. It's when the Fish of Fury was a thing, like Devilfish and Fire Warriors all over the place. Of course, the range was much more limited at that point. So very carefully get this leather in here. See if I can't actually get it on camera too. Oh yeah, they did that in 4th edition. I'm trying to remember. I don't feel like I remember that happening in 4th edition. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not have wanted to spend more either. If fully mechanized Samhain, nice. Lots of jet bikes. Or maybe not. Maybe it was all tanks. Hopefully y'all can see this okay. Let me know if you can't see or hear or anything like that. Most of the Falcon and Oh, the wave serpent. Yep. Yep. That's quite a bit. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the first part of your name, but I'm just gonna say MTG. Are you working on your Kroot tonight? And I'm looking back in the chat. I missed your one. I would love to get some Rampagers and a Lone Spear at some point. Phlogiston, okay. All right, sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I would love to get some of those at some point. I'm gonna finish these up, and I got a decent amount of Tau minis, but to finish up before I get any more Kroot. But I'm enjoying working on these, so I see more Kroot in my future for sure. So, and yeah, closed. I'm sure it looked really cool on the table. The grav tanks for the Eldar are just iconic, absolutely iconic. So. Phlogiston, what kind of 3D prints are you working on tonight? Sounds pretty cool. Tyranids and Space Marines, sweet. I've not gotten into the 3D print side of things. It seems to be a whole nother hobby on its own. I struggle to find the time for the one that I've already got. So. Side hustle, second job, nice. Hey, it's good to bring in a little extra money. Yeah, that's what I hear, that they're that they've come a long way from when they first came out. Lost the feed there for a second. Let's see if it comes back. There we go. Very cool. Yeah, they've always intrigued me, but I've got a young kid, so time and money are not they're at a premium. Yeah, I'll just say that. But yeah, super excited to be hanging out with you guys. Hoping to build kind of a community of painters and hobbyists to enjoy hanging out, shooting the breeze while we work on projects. So I've got links up on the YouTube. I've got a Discord going and all that jazz. So if that interests anybody, you can find the links on the YouTube. Yeah, so you get that life. You get that life. Oh yeah, I'm removing the supports and all that. Yeah. So I find that with things like leather like this, especially on these organic models, it really pays to create some texture. Yeah, man, hop on over to the Discord. I'm just getting started. Started live streaming this week. Got a couple people over on the Discord, but yeah, just like real chill. Just enjoying the hobby, sharing your work, encouraging each other. So hop on over. Yeah, send some Kroot. Send some photos. Would love to see them. Yeah, I feel like that part, the post processing stuff in 3D printing would probably be the most annoying part. I'm sure it could be chill too, but link has expired. Oh, from the top. If you go to the if you go to my channel page, all of the links should be there. If they're not working, let me know and I'll make sure to get them up there. Okay, that's the leather on that guy done. That's the one you tried? All right. I'll put another link up there. Still figuring out how all this works. I think I put one up at the top of the chat. It may be that you need to copy and paste it though, so maybe that one will work. But interesting. Apparently I'll have to figure out Discord. me see if I can get that for you right now. I think I might have found it. Maybe. Closed. Glad you jumped in, man, and hope to see you on the next one. Have a great night. All right, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna drop a Discord invite in the chat, and you let me know if it works. Oh, sweet. Looks like apparently they're only valid for like 7 days or something, so I'll just have to update it. But yeah, hop in. We're just getting started, so kind of jumping in at the ground up on this community. So I just feel like a lot of times it's easy to end up doing a lot of this stuff alone. I'm kind of isolated. So if we can create some online community, I think that'd be great. Sweet. I'm gonna go check it out right now. Finished model. Oh man, that looks awesome. Kind of like I love the stripes on them and stuff. The quills look awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Tiger Kroot, yes. Love it. Love it. I think it's actually really fun. I think what I'm enjoying about these minis is that they're very different. A lot of the stuff in 40K is really armored, and there's, you know, apart from like maybe orcs and gene stealers and Tyranids and stuff like that, there's just not a ton of organic factions, and I actually really like that about the Kroot. Gives opportunities to play around with stuff that you don't find in other factions. Like the most skin you're gonna get to do on a Space Marine is a face, maybe a hand or an arm. Not a bad thing. I'm enjoying it. It's different. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks for posting. Thanks for posting in there. There's another guy that I met on one of the other streams that is in there too, Mantis. And yeah, excited to get a little Discord going. Hopefully it'll be encouraging to everybody. So going faster than I thought they might. Okay, so I've got a little bit of snakebite leather that I've put on the palette here. And we're just gonna change the tone a little bit on this different colored fabric. Phlogiston is Tau or Kroot your main faction, or do you have other armies? Tau, the one and only, nice. Yeah, I've got some Farsight Enclaves breachers over here on the desk as well. I'll be working on eventually. So they're kind of partway through their painting process. So. What Farsight Enclaves, yeah, they're arguably the best. So I'm gonna get a little maroon here. Work that into the open mouth. See if we can't get this tongue without hitting anything else. Boom. Okay. Realizing I had not blacked in the base on this one either. So do that. Hoping to get all three of these finished tonight. Close, at least. That way I can make tweaks or changes as needed. Okay. That's better there. Added a few more. Yep. Yeah, I like to do test models as well. also make sure that the scheme is actually good, and that I like everything before I commit to, you know, the entire squad. Go check those out. Oh, very nice. Yeah, these are great. Kroot Hounds look good too. Farsight, nice. Riptide, very cool. Love the big Tau symbols on the shield as well. That looks really good. Is that a Tau decal or is that or transfer? Whatever you call them. I feel like everybody calls them something different, but is that a Tau one, or I've seen Gundam ones used. Those are from Fallout Hobbies. Okay, yeah. So I have some of the. Let me see if I can find them. I found a couple. So I started playing Tau way back in 4th edition. So I still had some of the old transfer sheet. Which is super cool and has a bunch of great stuff on it. It does have some of those big Tau letters on it, but yeah, I do have to say they are a bit thicker than the new transfers, so I've had to be careful using them, but yeah, the old ones are pretty dope. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, stencil's good. I have some stencils from Tech or Light Industries or something, and yeah, they're pretty good. Pull over some of my finished Tau. Yeah, so there's a drone with some of it on there. It's the recon drone from the Pathfinders. I did the kill team. So there's a kill team Pathfinder leader. And then I did a commander battlesuit as well. So that was pretty fun. I did freehand on the shield. That took a while. So, yeah. And it is magnetized. So. What's that? This part here, that's just painted on. So yeah, I did pegs. I don't always magnetize, but yeah, there's a couple of holes. I'll have to do a tutorial on it, but there's a magnet in the middle of those two pegs there and a magnet in the middle of the two pegs here. So I feel like otherwise they just kind of shift around everywhere like this, and it's hard to keep it looking the way that it's actually supposed to. So, but yeah, so But yeah, there's a stencil here, and then this is an old transfer and old transfer. So yeah, it was fun. Oh yeah, I'm sure the printed ones would be really nice, really nice. But yeah, I actually used the tutorial from Tabletop Tactics. Fletcher Giles has an awesome Tau tutorial, but this is the red Naphthol Crimson ink. So it's black to white pre-shade, like a zenithal pre-shade, and then you just give an even couple coats of the ink through an airbrush, and that gets it in there. So airbrush is pretty essential to getting it to look that way. So nice. Yeah, I'll check those out. I'd love to see those prints for sure. Okay, so I just got to figure out what kind of yeah, it's just over a zenithal. So basically, let me see if I can find a good example here. So here's a headless battlesuit that I'm about to start working on, but basically you get them black, and then you just through the airbrush, or with a dry brush you could do as well. And basically they're you're gonna take a white ink. The one that I've been using is the Liquitex, and you just hit the spots that you really want to bring out. Let that gradient from white to black really do the hard work for you. And then just making sure that you go really light, like it's gonna look pink at first, and then you just do. It was about three to four coats of the ink, just really thin through the airbrush. Yeah, it made it real easy, real easy. So. Yeah, I was waiting to start Tau until I found the right red, and I saw his army, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I've been looking for. Yeah, you can really see on the drones the level of contrast that you can get, and that's just the white to black transition. And then the red ink over the top. So. No, just black and white, and you'll, I mean, you can see here, like, so, basically for this one, the white would have been at the very front here, and then, so you start with black, and then I would do like kind of most of it kind of covered in a little bit, like just one layer of the white, And then you get your brightest white up around here, and that's really going to create that nice gradient where the white is going to be your brightest red and the black is your darkest red. So, yep. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, if I wasn't using that, I would have done like Mephiston to Evil Sun Scarlet to Wild Rider to maybe even an orange edge highlight, and then brought in like a Flesh Terrors or a black and Flesh Terrors mix. Yeah, I know, right? The ink is seriously, I feel like, the key to it. So. But yeah, if you want the whole process, definitely go check out the tutorial over on Tabletop Tactics, because one, those guys are awesome, and I would never want to just give away somebody's, secret recipe for free, but it's been out for a few years, so I'm surprised more people haven't. Crack the code on it. Yeah, honestly, Flesh Terror's red contrast is one of my favorites. It's a really great red and a awesome contrast paint. So I use it on some Black Templars that I do as well. For like red capes and stuff like that. The Flesh Terrors, not the ink. Okay. So I'm going to try something here. I'm actually going to take some Corvus Black. Yep, Naphthol Crimson. Yep, Naphthol Crimson. Funny enough, honestly, I'll have to make a video on it, but I just use a Badger Patriot 105 with an Amazon airbrush compressor. Nothing special, gets the job done, and like I've been using it since 2017 and it has not broken on me once. I've never had to replace a part. It is a workhorse. So, oh yeah, the Amazon compressors are great. Mine just started having issues. I had obviously being in Florida, the humidity's crazy, and I had a whole rust in mine. So it still works, but it's leaking air. So it's not quite as efficient as I'd like it to be. So Wada knockoff called Galari. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that brand, but Iwatas are really great from what I've heard. I'm looking at eventually upgrading to the new Harder and Steenbeck Evolution is what I'd like to get. It seems to be a good blend of a workhorse and also able to get really detailed. But like even the OSL on that Tau Commander that I did with the Badger 105 with a 0.5 needle. So you can, if you got some patience and you have some a good aim, you can kind of do whatever you want with any type of airbrush, in my opinion. Sometimes it's not the gear, it's the skill in using it. There's probably a joke there somewhere. OSL's not too bad. It just takes some practice, and I feel like what you do before you put the color on matters a ton. I'm still getting better at it. But six color set for 40. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was not a cheap ink. I did notice that when I picked it up. I was like, all right, Liquitex. Honestly, I haven't tried other colors. I have a couple of different ink sets, but honestly, contrast paints have kind of filled that spot for me in a lot of ways. Not that inks aren't good, but I only bought the Crimson because I wanted it for this specific project. So doing some specific trying to get a wood grain type of feel going on here. Yeah, the contrast range is great, and you can do so much with it. Anything from base coating to filtering through the airbrush. I will say there is another really great ink. It's not from the Liquitex line, so I'm not really being any help to you, I guess. But my other favorite is Payne's Gray. So if Liquitex has a Payne's Gray, I'm sure it's great. But Payne's Gray is a really great color. This is the one I use. This thing, if you want to darken down any color, just point your mini like that and shoot upwards into the shadows with your airbrush. Done deal. Works really great for reds because it's kind of a purpley black. And works really good for like pale colors as well, off-whites. So like I said, I'm not sure if Liquitex has one, but okay. There we go with those. And then I'm gonna bring in, so here we go, trying some, oh sweet. Yeah, I tried to go for something that would be a little more on that chill side of things. So I'm gonna try and find some other stuff that's in that similar vibe, and that way it's not the same thing the entire time. But okay, so we're gonna try a couple of different things. I got a little rattling grime here. So just like what we were talking about, using those contrast paints as a filter. Honestly, it just kind of looks like it took it back to black. Kind of want to turn it like a little bit brown or a little bit red. So we're going to try a little dark oath on another one. Not sure how I like that one either. Alright, Wildwood, don't fail me now. That should do it. Yeah. It's just gonna have to be the Wildwood, I guess. It's gonna make it actually look like wood. So the great thing about painting minis, you get to do some trial and error. See what works and what doesn't. You can always paint over it. I think that's going to stand out a lot better. 1, once I get some varnish on it, and 2, once the silver is painted. It's a great question to drop in the chat for anybody. Do you varnish your miniatures, and if so, when do you do it? What stage of the model do you varnish at? Multiple stages, yeah, same here. Most of the time, I'll just do one, and that would be right before I do any metallics. Oh yeah, and if I need to gloss it for anything, for sure. 100%. No, I actually did end up liking that Dark Oath one. That wasn't too bad. I think I'll vary it throughout the unit. Rattling Grime will be great for the metallics though, so I'll keep that there. Yeah, I have a very similar process. For these, I'm going about it a little differently. But okay. So this part should be fun. Let me finish this. Getting very distracted. Keep painting. You do a gloss varnish for protection, yeah, I get that. I'll probably do more of like a somewhere between satin and matte varnish. For all the flat stuff. I will put the metallics on and call it done. Otherwise, sometimes I can get way too carried away. Yeah. This stuff is my fave. The Ultra Matte Varnish from AK Interactive. So good. Yeah, I have found on the Tau armor, I have to do satin. Otherwise it dulls that red down. And it's definitely true with that crimson ink. So for these minis, I'm trying something that I haven't really done before, and that is a universal highlight color. So I'm using Rakarth Flesh for to highlight pretty much everything. Oh, very nice. Do you have your own designs, or are you using like a scanner or something else? Scans, very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Okay, so try these highlights here. I feel like that's not bright enough. Alright, let's see if I add some of that in. Plastic Rampager next to a printed one. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Kind of stippling on all this, giving it that organic feel. Well, if you have made it to the live stream and you're checking us out, welcome. See that we have some new people jumping on the live here. So drop your name in, where you're painting from, and what you're working on right now. I'm working on these Kroot at the moment. Been hanging out with Phlogiston here. Rocking through these Kroot. I don't think I'm gonna get finished tonight with these three, but making some progress. So. And that's blurry. There we go. Okay. That guy's all highlighted up. So I saved some of my leftover airbrush paint from the flesh mix that I made up for the lighter ones. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to add some pallid witch flesh. Brighten that up. Oh yeah, those are very similar. Very similar. Those are good quality prints. Spending that time highlighting up the face, beak area. It's really good on these Kroot. right, there we go. We're back. Sorry, lost the feed there for a second. Okay. Basically, I'm just stippling these just on the uppermost parts here. Places that might catch the light. Create a little definition. Really bringing out that muscular structure and all that kind of stuff. Probably won't notice any of it from, 3 feet away or whatever, but it's not why we do this. I know, I'll notice. I was literally about to say that. Oh, man. That little pseudo tail thing that they have. Stippling those highlights on and boom. See if I can get it focused there. Needed a good bit of definition. Great. That's what I was after. Not a big edge highlight person. Don't particularly enjoy it. So I try to avoid it whenever possible. I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. Yeah, it's the worst. Edge highlighting is the worst. It is the worst. I like to aim for a lot of realism in my minis, and so I just feel like it doesn't always fit. Yeah. To avoid doing highlights with the brush, yes. especially like when you're trying to get those real smooth blends and gradients. The airbrush is just so much faster. So much faster. Okay, this guy doesn't want to stay on his little... Needs a little more. I'm gonna push these higher than I was expecting. It's a cool hack. I need to make a little video on how I do this, but taking old paints that are no longer good. Hey, what's up, Sanchez? You know, I was a little bummed by the roadmaps, to be honest. Felt a little lackluster, but if you like Stormcast, they were good. So I was a little surprised that they weren't going to do a whole lot more 40K at all this year. It doesn't seem like. So I'm a bit surprised for their flagship to be taking a little breather, but maybe they got something else planned. I know new kill teams coming out, and they'll have more Age of Sigmar releases. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just taking the time to focus on that. What about you, Sanchez? What did you think? Of course. Those are just my thoughts. I'm not really looking to buy any of those armies anyways right now, though, so that might be why it's a little more, feels a little more lackluster to me. Yeah, I get that. Consistency has been tough for a lot of businesses, at least to my knowledge. Definitely since COVID. Definitely since COVID. It's good to see you back on the stream again, Sanchez. You joined us the other night, I think, for a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't too put off by the new Krieg models, but I mean, you're never gonna compete with the original Deathcore from Forge World. That's just, those models were too good. Way too good. So I understand the apprehension. I think, you know, they can they can get a little bit of a bad rep too. But I think for so many of them, they want to see those models done justice too. So. Realize I'm not painting on screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know they really need to get some catechins out like stat. I'm sure they'd sell like hotcakes. Probably wouldn't be able to keep those on the shelves. They just gotta not make Space Marines for a little bit and just let that range, you know, sell as well as it always has, and make more of the other stuff. But I don't think they want to do that. What's up, JP? Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm still getting used to painting on camera, so it's not as easy as people make it look. Not as easy as people make it look. JP, I assume from your comment you do some streaming yourself? If so, let people in the chat know where they can find you. Three years, that's awesome. I am just getting started. So feel free to pass along any tips that you might have. Yeah, I think, Sanchez, I agree with you. I think, honestly, I was kind of hoping with the new Kill Team release that it would be the Elysians. But the new models do look really cool. I was just kind of hoping they would use it as an opportunity to bring those back as drop troops, you know. And Valhallans are great. Vostroyans are super flavorful. Talarn are really great. I could see some tank heavy, like Talarn type of stuff. I think that'd be really cool. So there's so much they could do. So much they could do. Like they could go down a very deep rabbit hole, almost as deep as the Space Marine. Space Marine chapters and stuff. So, anyways. Oh, that's cool. Multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. Nice. Nice. I'm guessing the rateability is on Twitch. Yeah, I could see. You just kind of like hoping that YouTube, helps you get discovered in a lot of cases. It seems like, anyways. So I'll have to see if I can figure out Twitch as well. Better discoverability, yeah. Well, I got a pretty small channel, and really just trying to get started, and enjoy hanging out with other people who love the hobby, and so I'll have to jump in on one of your streams sometime. Check it out. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I'm really just looking to have fun and enjoy the hobby with people that are like-minded, so I'm not in any rush to grow it super big. If it happens, great. It'd be cool. JP, anything in particular you're working on right now as far as painting goes? Yeah, definitely, will do. Will do. See if I can get a little closer here. Elf from the Hobbit. Oh, Hobday and Hicks. Oh, okay, that's cool. Very nice. Let's see if we can get some eyes here. Man, those are tiny. Fantasy version of Baron's War. Okay. Very nice. I will definitely have to check those out. Okay, so that eye turned out a lot better than the other one. Let's see. There's that. That one's like a blob. Let's see if I can't black this one back out. Eyes are fun. Okay. Honestly, the adhesive googly eyes would probably be easier. Boom. That'll do. Boom. Alright. I'm sure I'll get good at them by the time I'm done with the whole squad. I have been painting since I was a kid, but seriously since about 2017. And then I've done some commission work since 2020 time frame. So yeah, I really enjoy that aspect of the hobby, probably more than anything else. So how about yourself? Yeah, painting is that thing at the end of a long day that makes me not go insane. I'm sure you're great at it. It's quite a while in the hobby. It's really cool. Hey Francis, what's up? Welcome back. Blech. I'm not a fan of this. These eyes are much smaller than I would like them to be. Yeah, I feel like my JP, I feel like my perfectionism kicks in quite a bit in painting, and I'm in the process of learning how to let stuff go a little more. Like the fact that I've been working on this eye for way too long now. Francis, how's the Night Castigator going? And all that non-metallic metal. Yes. Okay. Slow, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I 100% get that, JP. Yeah. Definitely can feel that. Okay. Made some good progress on these. So I think I'm going to I'm going to call it quits there tonight. I'm going to switch back over to my other camera, and I'll see you guys right there. Thank you, JP. I appreciate that. All right. What's going on? Hey, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. Super excited to meet some new folks in the chat. JP, super nice meeting you. I will check out your YouTube page. I'll have to pop in on one of your live feeds. But yeah, super nice meeting you. Phlogiston, I'm super grateful to meet you. Glad you jumped on the Discord. JP, always more than welcome. Just getting our Discord started. If you want to pop in there, I put the link up a little further in the chat, but I think I can put it here again for anybody that would want to jump in and join that Discord. There's that link. This has been fun. Sanchez, good to see you again. I don't know if you're still there. This was great. Made some good progress. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit them with some airbrush varnish, and then probably on Sunday night I'll stream again and see if we can't finish these guys up with the metallics. That's pretty much all that there is left on them, is doing some metals and the bases. So not too much more to do. This is fun. And my name's Corbin. If we haven't actually officially met yet, super nice to meet you guys. And yeah, this is something I'm starting to do regularly. So I'll be popping on lives here and interacting in the Discord. And obviously I got Instagram, I got Facebook. Go give me a follow over there, whichever one is your preferred. So yeah, I'll look forward to seeing y'all again soon. Peace. Have a great night.